Understanding military tanks. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, military tanks. Now, we might think of tanks as just big metal boxes that shoot stuff, but they play a super important role in modern warfare. From their historical roots to the latest features, there's a lot to unpack here. So grab a snack and let's get rolling. History of military tanks. Let's kick things off with a bit of history. The first tanks hit the battlefield back in World War I, and boy, were they a game changer. They were developed to break through those nasty trenches and give infantry a fighting chance. Fast forward to World War II, where tanks really came into their own. You had iconic models like the Soviet T-34 and the American Sherman, both of which became symbols of their respective armies. Over the years, tanks have evolved dramatically, with improved designs and features that make them more effective. It's like they transformed from clunky first drafts to sleek, powerful machines ready to dominate the battlefield. Types of military tanks. So what kinds of tanks are we talking about? Well, there are several categories. First up, we have main battle tanks, or MBTs. These bad boys are the heavy hitters, designed for frontline combat with powerful guns and thick armor. Then, there are light tanks, which are perfect for reconnaissance missions. Think of them as the scouts of the tank world. They're fast and nimble. We also have armored fighting vehicles, AFVs, that support infantry without being heavy tanks. But don't forget the specialized tanks. There are amphibious tanks that can swim and bridge layers that help troops cross obstacles. It's a whole zoo of armored vehicles. Key components of a tank. Now let's break down what makes a tank a tank. First, there's the armor. It's like a protective shell, often made of advanced materials designed to withstand bullets and explosions. Next up is mobility. Most tanks have tracks instead of wheels, which give them better traction on rough terrain. Think about it, you wouldn't want your tank stuck in mud, right? Then comes firepower. Tanks usually boast big guns for long-range attacks and smaller machine guns for close combat. And let's not forget about tech. Modern tanks come equipped with high-tech targeting systems and communication gear that help them coordinate with other units. They're not just big and tough, they're smart too. Roles of tanks on the battlefield. So what do tanks actually do on the battlefield? Well, they serve multiple roles. One of their primary jobs is to support infantry, helping protect ground troops as they move forward. Tanks can also lead the charge in offensive operations, basically smashing through enemy lines. But it doesn't just stop there. They have a significant defensive role as well. In a standoff, tanks can hold their ground and keep enemies at bay, thanks to their armor and firepower. Imagine a team effort where tanks work alongside air support and artillery. It's all about strategy and making the most of what they've got. Modern tanks, features and innovations. Speaking of strategy, let's chat about modern tanks and their awesome features. Today, many tanks utilize stealth technology, meaning they're harder to detect on the battlefield. Their armor has also seen some impressive upgrades, like reactive armor and active protection systems that can deflect or destroy incoming threats. Plus, today's tanks have fire control systems that allow for pinpoint accuracy in targeting, which is a game changer when it comes to hitting your mark. And here's where it gets really cool. Some modern tanks are now working in sync with drones and other tech, making them an even more vital part of the military's arsenal. Famous tanks in history. Now let's highlight a few legendary tanks throughout history. First, we've got the Sherman tank. This beauty was crucial for the Allies in World War II and famously helped turn the tide in many battles. Next, let's talk about the T-34. It was known for its speed and effectiveness. It's often hailed as one of the best tanks of its time. The M1 Abrams, which emerged during the Gulf War, is another powerhouse known for its awesome technology and firepower. And we can't forget about modern contenders like the Leopard 2 and Challenger 2, which showcase the latest in tank technology. Each of these tanks has its own story and has shaped battlefield strategies for generations. So there you have it, an overview of military tanks. From their fascinating history to their modern-day innovations, tanks have played and continue to play a crucial role in warfare. They're not just a bunch of metal on tracks. They represent ingenuity and strategy. What do you think? Do you have a favorite tank or a cool fact you didn't know before? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video.